x is partly constant and partly varies directly as y. When x is equal to 16, y is equal to 2. And when x is equal to 10, y is equal to 5. Find the equation connecting x and y, and also find x when y is equal to 8. Now, this is partial variation. And in partial variation, we treat it differently from direct, inverse, and joint variation. Hence, the question is x is partly constant, so x is equal to c. Let the partly constant be represented by alphabet C, and partly varies. So, and it will be addition. Varies directly as y. Varies directly as y. X is partly constant, which is x is equal to c. And at the same time, which is plus, it partly varies as y. So it will be plus y. However, since it is variation, we impute our constant in position of y. Hence, when x is equal to 16, y is equal to 2. From this equation, when x is equal to 16, so in place of x, we put 16 is equal to c plus k. Y is equal to 2. So in place of y, we represent 2. Let's call this equation 1. And also when x is equal to 10, in place of x also we put 10 is equal to c plus k. Y is equal to 5. We call this equation 2. So we've gotten simultaneous equation, and we'll treat this question as a simultaneous equation. From equation 1, 16 is equal to c plus 2k. Let this be equation 3. And from equation 2, 10 is equal to c plus 5k. Let this be equation 4. Therefore, let's subtract equation 4 from 3. And of course, equation 3 is 16 equals c plus 2k. And equation 4 is 10 equal c plus 5k. Subtract. So we have 16 minus 10 as 6, c minus c as 0, 2 minus 5 is negative 3k. Therefore, 6 is equal to negative 3k. Simplifying further by divide both sides by negative 3, we have 6 over negative 3 is equal to negative 3k over negative 3. Hence, k will be negative 2. We've gotten the value for k. Let's find the value for c from equation 3. From equation 3, which is 16 equals c plus 2k. Substitute negative 2 for k. So 16 is equal c plus 2 times negative 2. 16 will now be c negative 4. Hence, moving negative 4 here, we have 4 plus 16 is equal to c. C is equal to 20. So we've gotten our value for c, and we've gotten our value for k. Now let's establish the relationship between x and y when c is 20 and k is negative 2. So the equation will be x equals c, which is 20, plus k, which is -2 times y. Finally, the equation is 20 -2y. So this is the equation connecting x and y. Now, let's find the value of x when y is equals 18. From this equation, which is x equals 20 minus 2y, let's find x when y is 8. So x remain x, to be 20 remain 20 minus 2, and y is 8. So x will now be 20 minus 16. X will now be 4. So when x is 4, y is equal to 8. The cost of maintaining a school is partly constant and partly varies as the number of students. With 50 students, the cost is 300, and with 40 students, it is 200. Find the cost when there are 44 students. The cost of maintaining a school. So let the cost of maintaining the school be C. Represent the cost of maintaining the school. And it's partly constant. So let L represent the partly constant. And partly varies as the number of students. Let N represent number of students. Therefore, the cost of maintaining a school, C, is partly constant and partly varies as the number of students. So introducing our constant of proportionality, we have C to be equal to L plus Kn. However, with 50 students, which is the number of students, 50, in place here I'll put 50 K plus L. With 50 students, the cost is 300. So C here is 300. And with 40 students, number of students is 40. The cost is 200. So let this be equation 1. And let this be equation 2. From equation 1, 300 is equal to L plus 50K. And from equation 2, 200 is equal to L plus 40K. So let's subtract equation 4 from equation 3. 300 minus 100, L minus L is 0. 50 minus 40 is 10K. So 100 is equal to 10K. Divide both sides by 10. We have 100 over 10 is equal to 10K over 10. That makes 10 equals K. So K is equal to 10. Now, we've gotten our value for K, which is our constant. Now, let's use K to find the partly constant, L, in equation 3. So from equation 3, let's substitute k equal to 10. Equation 3 is 300 equals to L plus 50k. So let's substitute k to 10. That makes 300 equals to L plus 50 times 10. So 300 will be equal to L plus 500. So bring this here, we'll have 300 minus 500 is equal to L. That makes L to be negative 200. So let's establish the relationship between C and N. From here, C is equal to L, which is negative 200 plus Kn. And of course, K is 10 times N. So C is equal to negative 200 plus 10N. This is the relationship between C and N. So the question is, find the cost when there are 44 students. Find the cost when there are 44 students. We'll use the equation that links C and N, which is C equals to negative 200 plus 10N. We are looking for the cost, which is C, when there are 44 students, which is 44 number of students. N is 44. So negative 200 plus 10 times 44. C is negative 200 plus 440. C will now be 240. So the cost when there are 44 students is 240, and the relationship between C and N is C is equal to negative 200 plus 10N.